With the 7th pick in the NFL draft, San Francisco 49ers, also known as Chip Kelly's new team, the Ruin, is...
Well, they decided to trade the pick, but then, just wait, they traded back for it, and they gave up 3 extra players that they didn't want to have.
And
Jared
Kiko
Goff.
Alonso.
And Kiko Alonso, which, surprising fact, he's not even on that team. But you never know come draft day with him. I mean, he is a hell of a man. Well, we picked Jared Goff, quarterback out of Cal. Now, he is a 6'4 guy, 215. They just drafted a quarterback because they need a quarterback. Now, we're going to put away Colin Kaepernick for now, but...
Anything could happen. By the time I post this podcast, Kaepernick could be on Denver or St. Louis. Wait, never mind. St. Louis left. They went to Hollywood. So he could be a bunch of different places. I love the fact that Colin Kaepernick goes, I want out.
Yeah. I mean, for all we know, he could be on a CFL team because Chip Kelly does an interesting way with his deals. As Eagles fans, we love the Eagles. And Chip Kelly has a knack for kind of throwing away the heart and soul of a team.
Or talent.
But Chip Kelly, I mean, he's got an interesting choice to make. He can either keep the guy, and I don't think it's his choice anymore because he kind of lost that privilege with the Eagles, but it's the San Francisco's choice to keep a guy in Colin Kaepernick who they put almost $100 million in, or if not more, or go to a guy in Goff who...
Oh, he's a Pac-12 quarterback, so you just automatically know Chip Kelly's in love with him.
Well, I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to say that right now. He's no Oregon player, but hey, I guess this will do. And, you know, you got a guy in Goff who he could come in and contribute. You had Blaine Gabbert starting at the end of the season for them. So, either way, you're getting an upgrade.
True. I mean, Blaine Gabbert is not the solution in San Francisco.
He is not.
In any way, shape, or form. He's just not your solution.
He's not a solution in any way, shape, or form of any sport or cleaning supplies or whatever you want to call it. He was the cleanup crew, you could say, for Colin Kaepernick, and that's about the best you can get for him.
I mean, Kaepernick did have a dreadful 2015, but he was hurt.
Was he? Or was it a cover-up? Was he hurt?
We'll see if we ever find out, but Kaepernick has made it abundantly clear he will not be a San Francisco 49er in 2016.
Yeah, April Fool's Day might be in for a bit of surprise when there's we don't know what's going to happen. April Fool's Day is when he gets, I think,
I believe it's about $11.9 million.
$11.9 million.
Fully guaranteed.
Fully guaranteed for a guy that you don't even know if he's going to be on your roster, and you don't even know if he wants to play on your roster.
But the beauty of it is that he's perfect for Chip Kelly's run and gun offense.
He is.
He can run the read option. He can do the stupid run to the outside and throw it down the field or the bubble screen. He
can kiss his bicep.
I mean, he does it all.
Yeah. Look, the guy is actually very athletic. If you're talking about Colin Kaepernick, he is an absolute freak of a quarterback who can run way out of his shoes.
And he's got a rocket for him.
He's got a rocket of an arm. He really does.
I think he hit 90 miles an hour when he was throwing a baseball.
It's unbelievable. And he actually fits the system. But he doesn't want to be there.
But back to Jared Goff, who... This is all contingent on Kaepernick. That's why he is set at number 7. If the Niners don't want a quarterback, I could see them trading out. Anything's possible. They could acquire more pieces. Their defense really needs some help, too.
Yeah, their defense needs some help. Their offensive line needs a little bit of help as well if they want to go offensive line route. They are actually locked up at the running back position because, you know, if Dallas decides to not get Elliott, I can't see another team grabbing him. But they like Carlos Hyde.
But I don't know if Hyde can run this spread offense that Chip Kelly wants.
That's true. And when you got a whole different system of offense, like we said before about Cleveland, anything is in the books, and it doesn't matter who you have or what you want to have because everything changes. And when you got an up tempo change like Chip Kelly, and that's a big change from their powerhouse running game that they used to run, where they used to have off balance line sets, throw in extra linemen, and this is a whole different system now, and I don't know how many of these players want to play in the system. I don't know if it was a player-friendly hire that 49ers have after they signed the player-friendly coach that failed them so miserably in 2015. It's going to be an interesting draft, and if they do take this quarterback in Goff, he'll contribute.
He will contribute, but at Cal, he ran this Chip Kelly spread offense. he knows how to launch it down the field. He's also very comfortable playing that style. He likes to throw those short slant routes. He likes to throw the bubbles and get the ball out of his hand. So, from Chip Kelly's perspective, he might be the quarterback that he's looking for. But they might not want to go at quarterback number 7. But you never know. But the beauty of it is Chip Kelly doesn't like calling audibles. He gives the quarterback no control at the line of scrimmage.
None whatsoever.
So Goff doesn't have to worry about that.
That's
He
true.
just has to go up to the line of scrimmage, call the play, and then run the no huddle again.
It's very college-esque, you'd say, because a lot of these plays and calls, and as Eagles fans, we've come to know all so well that players coming against Philadelphia have told us, or not us personally, I wish it was us personally, but we're not that famous yet. They've told us that they just saw the same play over and over and over again. And you even go back to the interview where the Eagles signed, I don't even remember who it was, one of the cornerbacks that we just signed. He talked about how Chip Kelly ran the same play 5 or 6 or 7 times. And eventually he just got an interception off of it because it was the same exact play. And that's what you're getting. That's the kind of offense that the 49ers are going to get. Yeah, McKelvin, thank you. Mm-hmm. And you see it now. I mean, you see how he's going to be running the same kind of offense. If he makes that sort of change, that's great. But for Goff, it might be a great fit.
I just think it's hilarious that he struggled against NFC East defenses. He's going to a division that has arguably 2 of the best defenses in the league. You have the Cardinals defense, and then you have Seattle's defense out west. You throw in they're no longer St. Louis. You have Hollywood's team and the Rams. They have a great defense too. There's 3 tough defenses. And when Chip Kelly goes 3 and out, like he did in Philadelphia, that defense, Chip Kelly won't survive a year. They'll be out of gas by game 3.
Yeah, I mean, they were a rough team last year. They had a lot of holes, and who knows what they have in store. But once again, going back to the draft prospect, Jared Goff, he's going to contribute. He's going to come in. He might not be the starter. It depends on who they have coming in day 1. They might go Blaine Gabbert. That's possible.
I hope they do.
That's possible. I mean, he's not a veteran, per se, as the word veteran gets thrown around now when a player's been in the league for 3 years. Mm-hmm. But he's, excuse me, he's been in the league for a little bit. And he's not your fix-it-all. He's not your franchise guy. He's not going to be the guy who comes in and gives you 11 wins, but he's a guy that you can have your rookie sit on the bench and learn a little bit.
Chip Kelly needs to figure out what he wants to do. If he wants to go with the quarterback of the future, that will be Jared Goff, going number 7 to the San Francisco 49ers.